Welcome back to Throw and Tell, and it is my honour, my privilege to be joined by a legend of the game. And I don't say that word lightly, an absolute legend, much missed, Adrian Lewis.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Ben.
No, thank you.
Nice one.
Now, you're probably expecting that big first question, right? And
Yes.
I thought long and hard about it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with the obvious one.
One
Is
looking
Mensah
back.
Sulovic?
Oh, right.
Is Mensah Sulovic the hardest bloke on the tour?
The hardest bloke?
Yeah,
What,
as in
fighting?
nails. Because every bloke I've asked has said, yeah, Mensah's one you don't mess with.
I don't know really. I think we're all like wet lettuces, to be honest. I think we all just pretend we can fight when in actual fact we can't.
I've heard some stories about Mensah though. I've heard
You know what?
really
It wouldn't
hard.
surprise me with Mensah, yeah.
Yeah?
Mensah, somebody like a Ratajski maybe. You know what I mean? He's like got that deadpan look.
Yeah, proper nails.
yeah,
Yeah, I like
I'd say
it. No, we are going to start in a proper place. 2025, obviously, we've seen a bit of you at the
Yeah.
Modus. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling, I'm happy about to be playing again. Some competitive, obviously, with the likes of Modus. The pairs didn't really go to plan as such. I think, I don't know, we could have done a bit better, but ended up going out on leg difference. But it's all a gauge where you're at when you're playing in a pair tournament with no crowd. So I couldn't really say it was competitive as such. Yeah, the games were competitive, but I didn't feel like I had that competitive edge as such.
When you turned up, did you have that hunger again?
To be honest, I did because I wanted to do well for Steve. I didn't want to let my partner down.
And he's also the nicest guy in the world.
Exactly, he's lovely, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's one of the gentlemen of the game, yeah.
So you was up there. That was 5 weeks ago now?
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
Yeah. Any more planned?
Not yet. We haven't had a proper talk about it yet, but I'm sure down the pipeline we will. We'll
Yeah.
put a couple in. I think singles events probably.
Okay. So obviously the big question is Q school.
Yes.
What can you tell us?
Not a lot really. I'm hoping go back. Whether I do or not this year, I don't know. I mean, I am leaning towards going back to school. You know, I am leaning towards that. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know yet. I've got to make sure I'm mentally right.
If
I think that's
anything,
what it comes down to more than anything else.
If anything, it might just be a nice little tester of kind of where you actually are at.
Yeah. It's, like I say, it's all right to 100 plus averages, on the exhibition circuit. But
Yeah.
can you do it on a regular basis in the Q school? Well, we don't know yet, do we?
No.
But I'm sure we'll find out soon.
Q school's tough.
Of course it is.
Like a lot of
there's
people, again, they say mentally it's like the one thing they don't really want to do.
Yes.
So forgive me for asking, but is it something you've done already, Q school?
No, it isn't.
No.
It's nothing. No. But it's just something I haven't done. But I'm pretty experienced on all the other aspects.
Yeah,
of it,
exactly.
So I don't think I'd be. I don't think I'd be shy turning up there. No.
Okay, so where actually is your game then right now? Where do you think you're at?
I've been playing really well in patches. I think I've averaged 116 a couple of weeks ago. I've averaged 109 and lost against the Gumphreys last week. I played crap against Gezi Price. He was lucky as hell.
Now, if I asked him that question, what would he say? What did he say? Yeah.
No, but yeah, apart from that, it was. I've been doing well. I've been beating Nate Aspinall, Rob Cross. I've beat, majority of them. Yeah.
I say because you're playing against the big boys.
Of course,
you know?
I mean the thing is, like I say, I don't know where my games are, but I would know because to me, even if it's an exhibition or you're playing in, in a major, you still got to perform.
Yeah.
So you're still feeling the pressure. Do you know what I mean? Even if there's a few hundred people or 1,000 people in the audience, you're feeling pressure.
Well, they paid their money to come see you play.
That's exactly right.
And they don't want to see someone play rubbish darts.
No,
they want to see you at your
They
best.
did watch me against Gezi play rubbish, but yeah, apart from that, yeah.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the exhibitions?
I'm enjoying it. It's keeping me iron as well, which is keeping me sharp as well. So that makes me therefore practice as well at home. So I'm losing a bit of weight as well. I've had my hair cut.
Yeah, your trim looks good.
Yeah.
I like the salad. Yeah, it's nice.
What about the dressing?
Yeah, I can see it. It's great. A bit of a silver fox vibe going on over here. It's very good, yeah. You could be the new Steve Beatingham at all.
No, that's it. No, yeah, that's it.
So when you're around the boys and you're around Gezi and Luke,
Yeah.
and you obviously you warm up for them, you play them on the stage.
Yeah.
Are they having a little word with you after and being like, "Come on, it's time now"?
They always, the majority of them just, it's the same. They'll say the same thing. You're too good. You're too good not to be there. You know what I mean? Competing with us. So.
Yeah. Do you miss it then?
I miss the lads. I don't miss so much being away from my family. I think that's a big part of it. But I miss, I do miss playing. I mean, even like say Luke Littler, sorry. I like what, you know what I mean? Like that, I wouldn't normally watch darts, but when players like, you know, like Gary's and your Luke Littlers and your Young, you know, and Gez, you know, everybody, I like watching it.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It does. I have started watching a lot more darts recently than what I have done throughout my whole career.
Do you watch everything or just?
Not everything, little bits.
Yeah.
Both of my lads, well, my 3 lads play, so they're well into it, and
Yeah.
you know, if it's on TV, it's on in our house.
Yeah.
So basically, I think I've been forced into
Yeah,
it.
but
more.
you kind of fall in back in love with it, right?
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you're watching now, do you have any favourites?
Favourites. I like seeing Luke Humphries do well. I like Luke. Obviously, my old pals, Gary Anderson and so on, and you know, I like seeing them do well.
Yeah.
But as a favourite as such, no, I've always been the same. I just let the best man win, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Darts is in such a good place, though, isn't it, right now?
Amazing. Absolutely.
I'm sure you saw the other day. So we're sitting here mid-October. Bo Greaves has just beat Luke Littler, and like the amount of people who are on Dart Connect, it crashed the website. You know, when you were playing, you know, probably 10, 15 years ago, in your prime, did you think we'd be at this stage now where we're talking about non-televised games breaking the internet?
Well, certainly not. No,
it's crazy, right?
I mean, it's just. But like I say, to be fair to Bo, she is what a thrower. You know, she's a great player.
Top 32 in the world, do you reckon?
I think so. If not higher, I think she can go. I think she can certainly go places. I think with her style and everything, it's so easy on the eye. I think she can. You know, she hits a lot of 180s, a lot of big finishes, and she's got the old package, hasn't she? So fair play to her. And like I say, she beat Luke in the semi-finals, wasn't it? In the World Youth. I'm surprised Luke actually turned up to it, to be honest.
I love that, though.
But do you know what? It just shows you where his mindset's at. You know, I've just won the Grand Prix. I'll tell you what I'll do. Tomorrow I'll turn up to there. And
I saw a lot of people complaining that he was turning up, but also the rules are there for anyone under the age of 23.
Exactly.
He's only doing what he was asked of.
Exactly.
But look how much exposure it brought to the World Youth Tournament.
Exactly, yeah.
And
like
next year it has to be like almost not a televised thing, but put it on PDC TV. Let's watch it.
I think that's not a bad shout. I think that should what could happen in the future. I think there's no reason why they can't, especially when they've got Pro Tours on the following day.
Yeah, 100%.
You're there anyway. The cameras are there anyway. Yeah. So why not? Yeah, that's a good shout.
How would Prime Lewis compare to this generation right now?
I think I'd hold my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. If you can beat Phil Taylor, I think you can beat anybody.
Yeah. I think it's a fair shout.
I think everybody's always on about now the standard and all this. Yeah, I mean the averages haven't really gone up as such. There's just more players doing it. That's the difference. The only difference is now from 10 or 15 years ago is there's more players can now hit 10+ averages. Yeah. There's more depth now than what there was previous.
So you would still be going deep into these fields?
I'd expect so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. If I can still compete with them now on these exhibitions, I'm sure I could have still done it back then.
Even now, I'm like, kind of want to see it. Come on. No, it's fair.
Look at my crash and bit.
Last 128. See you tomorrow.
Again, yeah.
See you tomorrow in Wigan, bud.
Here we go again.
So I was talking to Paul Lim a few months ago, and I mentioned about is darts an easier game now, and he said it was a more forgiving game, and I think that's probably the best way of looking at it.
Yeah,
right?
you know what? Yeah. I suppose you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good analysis, yeah, I think so.
I also asked him who's on his Mount Rushmore, and I've asked a few people this, and I think this is going to generate a lot of talking points. So on the spot, Adrian Lewis, I want your Mount Rushmore for darts.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And there's no getting away from this. We'll sit here, I'll make sure you miss the exhibition tomorrow to give me an answer.
Oh my goodness gracious. Obviously Phil Taylor number 1.
Yeah.
GOAT. Number 2. Oh God.
You can put yourself on there.
No, I wouldn't do that, bloody hell. See, I'm torn between Eric, MVG.
You can have 4.
Yes, I know, but I'm just saying in which order.
Oh, right, fine. You don't have to put them in order.
So what we'll do, so we'll go Phil, Eric, MVG, and the last one would be between Barney and Ando. And I've got to go with my mate, I'm afraid. I've got to go with Ando, haven't I?
He makes my Mount Rushmore every single time.
Right, well,
now, bizarrely, on the way over, I was talking to producer Ben, and I said, one question I'm going to ask is that.
Yeah.
And I pretty much nailed your Mount. I said Eric, I said Phil, I said Ando. Yeah. And I was like, maybe MVG, maybe Barney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you nailed it then.
Yeah. What made, because Gary Anderson's my favourite player of all time.
Yes.
I think he's got the best action, and
Yeah.
it's the way he's still doing it now.
Yeah.
What made him so hard to play against and feel so hard to play against back in the day?
Certainly with Phil, I think it was just his leg on leg pressure. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, blimey, now he'd do anything for put you off before the game. Never mind when you're on there. But it was, like I say, Phil wasn't the most naturally gifted player as to watch. He wasn't, easy on the eye as such, in that aspect. But I think what he used to do, he wasn't the quickest to throw his either. So if you started like getting into your rhythm, and you started whacking him in there, he can just change. He's always in control of the pace of the game, so he could slow it down, or he could speed it up, or he always had that in his locker. He was very intelligent in darts, in terms of darts.
Yeah, he found a way of people played the man rather than the player, right?
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
But I think even like you say, you're going to come up against. You're going to have to be on your A game if you're going to have any chance for B team. But like I say, it was just his leg on leg pressure and his out shots were. I mean, I can remember once I was playing him in the Grand Slam. I was averaging 117. I was 9-8 down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Darts is rubbish.
That's what I mean. So
rubbish.
what else unless I threw the kitchen sink at him, I didn't really have anything else I could do. But all it was is these massive out shots. I'd miss with a 12 dart and he'd be out, and that was like leg over, and that was it. Game over.
Do you, obviously we sit and we talk about reminiscing up the old days. Gary and James have both been very vocal about he's missing a lot of character now, a lot of personalities. And, maybe that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. But how do you view that? Because you're still obviously around the boys.
Yeah. I think I don't want it to go too robotic. I don't think. I think you need characters. I mean, little he's a character. If you watch some of the things he does, like.
Price.
You know what I mean?
I pay money to watch Gary
He's great.
Price.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you do need characters in the game, because, like you say, if everybody's just robotic, it doesn't matter how many 180s are flying in or 9 darters. It's going to be boring, isn't it? You need characters. You need a little bit of flair, a bit of flamboyance, and I think it all comes as parcel and parcel. It's all the all the razzmatazz, or whatever you want to say it, in darts, and it does need characters. Yeah.
It's even people like I yearn for like. Justin Pipe,
Pipey,
and Kevin Payne,
Kev,
Because like 15 years later, I'm still thinking, like, oh yeah, I remember them two. We had a scrap, and like,
I think everybody's had a scrap on the indoors. I mean,
I've
had the odd one even.
You've had a few.
Oh yeah.
Do you, on a serious note, do you ever look back and think, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, or you'd be like, I'm glad I did that?
I don't regret it, no, because you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Until the following week, and then you do it again.
But again, it's all part of what made you special.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like you say, I'm one of them people there. If somebody's trying to annoy me on purpose, I will tell them.
I love that.
I do have to get to a certain point for it cross, and if and then I'll just see red and just tell them basically whatever I want to say.
What was it like after, if you don't mind me asking?
After the incident?
Yeah.
If you do get a chance to see him, like you end up like talking about it, and then like say, if I was in the wrong, I say, listen, I apologise. Yeah, it was my fault or whatever, but. Majority, it's just like, say, you live in each other's pockets anyway, because you're spending most of your life with these lads. They're all like your second family, and you, like you say, you don't want any animosity, when you're going around around the world really with them. So you do sort it out there, and then, like I said, if it was my fault, I'll say, listen, I'll hold my hands up, and vice versa, really. Yeah. They do the same when we move on. We have a beer or whatever, and we move on.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough. But you're a professional sportsman. No one wants to lose. You're not there to lose.
Of course not. No, like you say, tensions are running high. Like you say, you're there for win. And sometimes your winning mentality gets the better of you, really. Yeah,
no, fair enough. Now, I've just noticed on your new Target shirt, which is lovely behind us, names of your boys. And
some of my children, that's right, yeah.
So, Project Littler is started with your kids.
Right, so, well, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, my eldest lads, they play in the ADC. One of them lost in the final last night, Jay. And Matthew, my youngest lad, he's 12. He started playing in the junior ADC. But to be fair, he hasn't actually gone in darts through me. It's all through Littler.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Is he aware of what you are?
No, not really.
No?
No, he always just says, "Dad, you're washed," and that's it. Really.
It's actually
That's
criminal.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, lovely.
You should give him give him
confidence boost.
Take him on that board and then show him what Prime Lewis is. Show him a Prime Jackpot.
Do you know what? I played him the other night. I beat him 20 legs to 1 and 3-1.
Yeah, good.
I normally give him a chance. I thought as soon as he said that, I thought he's having it.
Yeah, very well done. Very well done. No mercy. Actually, I noticed. I've watched the Modus, and I think pretty much if you're a fan of darts, you watch that Modus appearance.
Course, yeah.
And all credit to you, and obviously I love Steve, as I mentioned. But I think people wanted to see yourself back. A slight change in the action. Was it a bit thorough? Sorry, a bit lower.
It was my arm a bit lower.
Yeah.
I don't know really. I couldn't really get, like I said, I couldn't really get into any sort of rhythm, so I'm not 100% sure. I did use. I'll tell you what I did do. What I did make a mistake of doing. Because you're having breaks in between like each throw. Sometimes, if Steve was captain, you'd have to wait 3 throws before you actually had to go. So I went, instead of like using my normal 21 gram darts, I went, 20.5 gram darts. I went up to my 21.5 gram darts, just so I could feel it a bit more in my hand. So that might have had something to do with it. So.
Was you nervous?
Well, not really. I didn't really have time to be nervous because I turned up.
I
turned up 3 hours before. We were obviously going to play on the stage time, and I had I think it was 10 minutes practice time. I'd done all the press and everything else for it. It was relentless, really. But I enjoyed it, and like I say, we're unfortunate in the end.
There's rumours Steve's going to do Q School, isn't it?
He said his words were to me, if I'm doing Q School, he's going.
Oh, come on,
That's
for
what
the
he
boys.
said. I know.
I might even do it. I might even turn up.
But so I don't know where this is come from, but I think he must think, you know what, if he's having another go, I'm going to have a go.
Let's say, not worst. I don't want to say worst comes to worst. Everything happens for a reason, but you never go back, and you think actually I'm done now. What's next for Adrian Lewis?
That hasn't even crossed my mind, to be honest. I do definitely think I'll be back. If it's not even next year, it'll probably be the year after. So, like I said, I need to be in a good mental side of, a good mental state, I should say. But if I didn't, I mean, well, I don't know really. I've been talking today to Gary Plummer and that from Target, and I was saying like, I'd like to do a lot with like the youths and, do you know what I mean, like the academies and things like that. I want to give something back. Yeah, that's what I'd want to do. Not punditry or player management. No, not really. No, because I know myself. If I was there in the punditry, I won't be playing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If I'm travelling there anyway, I wouldn't want to be there I won't be there for play. Oh, I can see the hunger in your eyes now as well. Now we're talking about darts. It's like, I think it's fair because obviously it's very hard to walk away from something that you love, right? Yeah. But to give back and obviously bring back the youth, because I feel it's a big market now. We see that with Littler. You've mentioned it, Littler's bringing your kids through, not yourself. Exactly. The kids are scary. Yeah, definitely. Some of these kids coming through. Blooming is, like I said, like little Jaden Walker who we played in the Influence of the charity event. Blooming in. Jack Johnson the other day won with JDC. That's just there's Lex Parhans from Belgium who's mental. Mitchell Laurie, I think, is a Target elite player. Yeah. Like I say, you've got some exciting prospects coming through, and that's what it's all about. I think the future is huge for darts, and I think it's only going to keep going up and up. So, Aid, before we wrap up, if we were to sit here in a year's time and have this conversation again, what does an ideal 12 months look like for you? Just enjoy, just keep on enjoying what I'm doing, making sure I'm mentally right, and just getting younger back to where I need to be for start competing. You look a lot better as well. Like I'm not just saying that. You obviously can see that you've lost weight and you're taking a bit more like pride and a bit more care into like what you look like. Yeah. So has that been a big change? I think so. I think I needed it. I think I think that's what I need. Like I say, I'm doing a lot of walking and things like that. So I think that's helped me no end. And I'll continue to do that as well. And I think that's I really do think that's probably been the biggest part of it. Yeah. I do love that darts is in this place now where we can actually talk about people doing it and treating it seriously like a sport. I mean, look at Gerwin, he's lost so much weight. Exactly. All these players are now actually starting to look better and more marketable. I think what he says, with the grueling calendar as it is, I think you've got to be fitter, and that's another reason why I'm obviously if I'm thinking of going back and full fledged at it, I won't lose another 3 stone. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I need to be at. I need to be at fighting weight.
No, but that's great, though. But it's great. Aidy, the streets yearn. The streets are yearning for a Jackpot comeback. They truly are. So thank you for your time today.
Anytime.
Look, this time next year, we'll be City, you'll be have a tour card, be on your way to the Worlds, and it'll be nice and chill.
Yeah, hopefully won the match play and won the ground.
Yeah. Well,
we can all dream.
We got to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Throw and Tell. That was Adrian Lewis.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Anytime, mate.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Thank you.